the day I moved into the apartment, right? And the old one, the short stay place that I'd got. So I'd moved in there, and I thought it was a little bit weird. I thought I was renting because I went through like Airbnb to find like, because they do short stay, they do like cheap short stay apartments where you can like rent them for like a month through Airbnb, right? And like, should I be doing this with the game so you have like something to jingle, so I can jingle my keys at you? I feel like, you know what? I'm gonna set, you know what? Let's, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I feel like such a, I don't even know where to begin with this. This is wild. Okay, first of all, I missed you like crazy, right? Second of all, let's head over to the game. Come on, full screen gaming. Let's get back into House Flipper. I have been excited to play this for forever. You know, let's do it. There's a mix of we don't want to be distracted, and there's a mix of like, hey, I want my jingling keys. So, you know what? I'm going to throw on the jingling keys also, like, just for me, because I'm vibing the fuck out, and we're just going to have fun with this. So, heck, let's go. All right. So, first of all, let's put on that, and there we go. Okay, so first of all, right, Zanny time is Zanny time. It all started nice and normal. So I like moved in, and I thought it was really weird because like the dude who owned, so I thought I was renting off these two like cottagecore lesbians, right? And I was like, okay, cool, because they were who was listed on like being the people that were like listing the place out, right? And I was like, what is happening here? What is going on? You know? And I was like, huh. Like, I thought I was greeted by, like, these two heckin' cottagecore lesbians, but it wasn't the case. Instead, I was, like, greeted by, like, this dude. This dude who, like, had another dude with him, and were like, oh, yeah, welcome to wherever. By the way, if you're here, don't talk to anyone. And, like, you know, you're not allowed to park, like, your car, if you have one, in front of the building, or you're gonna get fined. And I'm like, what? Like, what? What? So I was like, what's the deal with that? Okay, that's a bit weird. Like, okay, don't talk to anyone or you'll get, and like, don't do this or you'll get fined. And I'm like, that's kind of really fucking strange, you know? So I was like, you know, screw it. Whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? And Fox Panic, funny how you flip both houses, both in-game and in real life, right? It's like, listen, it's not that I flip them in-game and in real life, okay? I don't get money from this. If anything, I fucking lose money from the other one, but from the real life one. I just like having fun here. But no, I totally get it, right? So I was like, okay, super weird that, like, I'm not allowed to talk to anybody, but you know what, maybe that's just a thing. Maybe we're Airbnb people and they want to like keep the people who are like letters away from the people who actually like own places here. I don't know, right? But I was like vibing out, okay? So I was like, it is what it is. I'm not gonna get all like hung up over, oh, don't talk to people, you know? Oh well, I didn't plan on talking to anyone anyway. So then what happens is like I moved in, and the first day everything's fine. First day, everything's fine. No problemo. None whatsoever, right? Place is lovely. I do like my 2 little streams. Everything's good, right? And I'm like, cool. All is well. All is well. Life is good. Things happen. All right. So I have my little streams, everyone. Then the second day that I'm there, it starts getting a little bit weird, right? So the Wi-Fi like cuts out, and I end up having to end Song of Horror early, and I'm like, that's real, like that kind of sucks. So I hit up the dude about it, and I'm like, hey man, I noticed that like the Wi-Fi's kind of gone off a cliff, you know, there's no like net or anything. I cannot get anything out of this. This is really this kind of sucks, right? I'm like, dude, this kind of sucks. And I was like, could you maybe have someone look at the router, because this is like the first time this has happened, and your kind of listings said like super fast, high speed broadband, all the throughout the whatever, right? He was hitting me with the blah 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 blah, you know, the regular like sales pitch, right? And I was like, okay, cool. If you want to hit me with the sales pitch, that's fine. Do the sales pitch, right? But then it gets like a little bit like, okay. So I asked him about it, and he's like, oh, we've never had this problem before here. And I'm like, oh, well, like, could you still, like, send someone to look at it? Or, like, could you maybe move me into an apartment with, like, better net? Like, something like that? Like, because you own the whole block, apparently. That's what he told me when I moved in. I was like, okay. Has man played this without us? No, man has not played this without you. Man has not played this without you. Man started yesterday and deleted the VOD because like it was whatever. But then, right, oh, don't be sorry it happened. This is like the most dramatic story I have to tell. This is great. Like, okay, so like guys like, okay, whatever. I'm like, the guy's like, oh, well, I'll send someone around, but I don't really think will affect anything. And I'm like, all right, sure. Like, so he sends someone around, the dude checks, he does like a look at the Wi-Fi and everything. And I'm like, all right, sure. This is interesting. Because he looks at it, right? And honestly, you didn't get like, you guys didn't miss any first impressions of me playing this game because like the Wi-Fi wasn't stable long enough for me to have first impressions. This is my first impression. This is literally the tutorial. But I was like, okay, kind of hikey, like a little bit sus, right? So the guy comes around and he goes, oh, everything's fine. And I'm like, well, I don't think it is, right? So I whip out the internet speed checker on my laptop, right? And I was like, boom, have a look at this. And it's saying like, oh, yeah, it's actually really, really bad. And I'm like, come fucking get it, right? Because it was like, oh, it's saying like, oh, it's awful. And I'm like, see, I was like geared up for this. I was like, I know what I'm talking about here. So I'm like, all right. I show the dude like, hey, this is actually really bad. Here's the proof. And he was like, oh, well, you know, this thing happens because of like the weather and because of like, well, you should try moving your router closer to the window and like, you know, maybe taping it to like the window. Because I've noticed that you've like, you know, the tape isn't there on the window anymore. And I'm like, there was tape on the window to make the router work. Excuse me, my son, what? And like, second of all, it's 2025. Like, it's 2025 of all places. Like, what? Like, what? Why are we in the day and age where like the weather like has this deep effect on whether or not the Wi-Fi like does anything? Right? So I was like, so he was like, oh, well, you know, we didn't know this coming in, and I was like, you didn't know this? You just said that like like this happened. He's like, oh, well. Because he said like, oh, well, this has happened a few times. I'm like, wait, so has it not happened before? And this is a one-off thing? Or has this happened a few times? And it's like that. Because you just said two different things to me in the space of like 5 minutes. And he was like, oh, well, you know, it's 4G, so it's the clouds. And I'm like, it's the fucking clouds. It's the clouds. Did you just list this place as having like, so I was like, all right, yeah, sure. And like, yeah, that's sus, right? Sarah Caller, thank you for the super. Hello, Zander, how are you? Hope everything's fine. Have a great day. Mwah. There you go. Much love. Buckle up. We got a story to tell. So I was like, listen, I don't think I can stay here. If you're trying to tell me that it's always like this, I don't think I can stay here. Because like, not gonna lie, I booked here so I could work from here and do my thing from here and stream from here, right? Like, where is the 4G clouds in the way? Like, I'm sorry, did the clouds have fucking nano machines in them stopping the internet? But I was like, whatever, right? Clouds did do crap, exactly, right? So I was like, bro, using buzzwords for sure. I was like, okay, fair enough then, right? But I think I should have to go then. And he's like, oh, well, I can't really let you go. And I'm like, what? And he's like, well, yeah, you know, I can maybe offer you a small bit of compensation for like the time that you're going to spend here, and maybe like give you a complimentary day at the end, but I'm not going to let you like get a refund. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, all right, I'll just go through Airbnb then. And he's like, well, you see, if you go through Airbnb, they're going to side with us. And I'm like, well, I think I'm going to take that risk. I'm like, you know what, Chief? You know what, Champ? You know what, my guy? I think I'm going to take that risk, right? I'm sorry. Don't tell me who's gonna side with like whoever, right? So I call up Airbnb, the like support line, okay? And I'm like, hello. And I get the most lovely Jamaican lady on the other line. And she is like, okay. And I tell her everything, right? And she gives me some really caring, judgmental, I'm not gonna tell you your business, but, right, no. And I'm like, oh no. So fucking Letitia, the Jamaican call-in person from fucking Airbnb support was like, the people sound shady. And then she like goes, I'm not gonna tell you your business. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, and I can't say anything about an ongoing investigation. And I'm like, huh? And she was like, but now that you've called, there's a new one to open. And I'm like, what? What? She's like, yeah, there's an ongoing investigation into like the whole block that you're in. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. And she's like, and so she pretty much breaks it down. She like explains it to me on the call, right? She explains it to me there and then. That that apparently, like that she is meant to call the like owners of the listing as soon as I ask for a refund and let them know I've asked for a refund, right? And I was like, what? Like, and I was like, okay, that's fine. She's like, but I'm gonna hold off on doing that. And I'm like, why? And she's like, I'm gonna hold off on doing that until just before 5 p.m. And then by that time, I want you to already be out of the apartment and going somewhere new. And I'm like, what? What? Out of the apartment and going somewhere new? So I'm like, oh, like by then she's like, yeah, I want you out of there. It doesn't get dark that late. I'd prefer it if you were moving before it's dark out. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, and she's like, if you don't have anywhere, I will find you somewhere. And I'm like, okay, done. All right. So like, I was like, okay. The way Girly made it sound like a thriller movie, right? I was like, okay, I'm gonna die. So I was like, okay. And she's like, because we've had issues here before. Like, just we'll get you ready to go before it's dark out. And I'm like, my God. My God. So I end up getting like, then I do Twitter space with like all of you guys, right? And I like skedaddle. And I'm like, you know, heck it. I'm gonna skedaddle on out of here. I pack all my stuff. I get ready to go. I'm gone, right? So then after that, I left that one bit. But then obviously before I go, I'm like, hey, listen, what about like the length of time on like the refund on this place? Like, is that gonna be a thing? And she's like, well, normally it takes between like 1 and 2 weeks. So expect it like the week, you know, I would say expect it like sometime next week. And I'm like, oh, like you'll get your answer sometime next week if you get a refund. And I was like, right. But then she goes, but in this case, because things have already happened, I would say wait until the end of the week at the latest. And I'm like, that is scary. Okay, cool. So I end up being like, all right, fine, end of the week at the latest. And I end up being like, all right, let's skedaddle then. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, what the fuck? Let's get out of here. I'm going to get out of here, Scoob. And I get out of there. Mother Brand like pulls up, all right? Because it turns out she was like 40 minutes away visiting like a client in the area. And I was like, oh, that's lucky as fuck. So I end up like getting in with her. I'm like, listen, here are all my cases. She like helps me put the stuff in the car. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here while the getting's good, right? And literally, like, it's just gone past, like, I want to say, like, 6, maybe? It's maybe 6, right? When I get another message from Airbnb coming through. And it's 2 messages I get from Airbnb. 2 messages, okay? The first one is, your refund has been approved. This is before end of day. Refund has been approved. It will come to you by, like, within 14 days. I'm like, I got told that decision would take a week and a half. So I don't know what was going on there to the point where like I got the you did nothing wrong within the same day, right? I was like, what the fuck was that? And then that's fast. Normally it's really hard to get a refund from Airbnb, but I got mine before end of day. That's like, right. And the second one was, this is an Airbnb case number that we're giving you. If any authorities contact you in regards to this, please give them this case number and refer them to Airbnb support for further details. And I'm like, what? What? The fuck did I go through? And yeah, so that's the story of how how Banda Betherband ended up doing his thing and wondering what happened at the Airbnb last summer. I know what you did at the Airbnb last summer. So yeah, that's the story. So then I moved to this new little Airbnb run by a lovely little geezer called fucking Paul. He's very chill. Let me move in straight away, help me get everything set up. Internet's great here, and now I'm living my best life. Living my best life, bestie. It feels so... The crazy thing... No one would fucking believe me if you guys weren't on the Twitter space with me when it happened. Like, my days.